I'm not applying any pressure. I'm just holding onto her arm as a leverage point. And as you get tempo, you can just go back and forth. So you don't have to do it as fast as I'm doing it. You can go. All right, get your breath. Okay. Swing around and just catch. I want you to control both arms in the middle as you're doing this. Be very careful not to kick your person in the face. So take your time. Don't knee them or anything. You're coming all the way around. All the way around. So we're just going back and forth. We'll do this time, one person, and then we'll switch. Cool? Cool. All right. 1, 2, 3. Pace yourself. I'm giving you like 2 minutes. Don't go hand right off the bat if you can't keep up. And once you start swinging, you don't have to do the throw. You can just go right. So the leg that's kind of on your wrist, when you go in this direction, you kind of use that one. Yeah, it'll be a little hectic, but once you get it, you'll go. So start one side, then here. So then keep this one connected just against this guy, and then as you're going, you kind of swing your body. Okay, you want to. It's okay. So it'll take a little bit of time. You'll see how Sandy kind of went like almost 90 degrees. So you want to take all the way to like here. Use this leg. You can use this to like, if you push off a little bit, you can turn your body. And then you just connect these over the other side, and you feel my elbows down. It's okay, don't feel like it's actually kind of close, right? But just a little more. So if you're gonna, yep, and then it's yep. And that way you can yeah, the more your body does this way, the easier it will be. As long as you're holding it on, you should be able to, it doesn't have to be down. So, when you put your leg in front of it, you're going to miss the on the back. So, you're going to have to yeah. And then disengage this one. Actually, perfect. Don't feel like that. How will you feel from the start here, I'm going to turn my leg this way. And then just so I'm just going to not really use you, but I'm not using a lot. But I'm not really like switching you down, I'm not really switching you over. It's going to be this direction. Now, I don't know if you feel I'm pushing off this way. So then when I'm coming around, pushing here, you go back. Okay? Alright, go ahead and switch. Yeah, it is an unusual movement, don't feel bad about it. full send, fall back, and then hit her with 100% effort, right? I like the control method, so, you know, I break her grip, and as I'm coming back, I'm back, and now I'm, in her thumb, if she just like popped a bottle of champagne or her thumb state, I want to go against that pressure, like with she like campaign. So one thing that people do a lot to defend is they'll turn their wrist. Because if she turns her wrist down, and I start applying pressure down, there's no arm on. She's defending her elbow. So just a lot of people will say like make sure that the fist is to the chest and that her thumb is facing the side. But if somebody turns on you, all you have to do is imagine that cork, you pop the cork and it's shooting that way. So I'm pushing this, I'm pushing this, depending on where the thumb is. Okay? So just a couple notes. Also, don't you see a lot of people will grab the arm here and they'll sit all the way back and then they try to pull and break this grip. It's impossible. I'm not gonna do that. I always tell people connect the back of their arm to your chest. And then so if I break the grip, her arm comes with me. I don't go back unless the arm. And then okay? So if you would have kept going, he had more mobility to his shoulder. And eventually, he would have moved back there.
So we're learning perfect scenario, but as it becomes real, we may add the steps. I did the hot machine at first, and then I'll give you the
Yeah, I try to keep it forward there. And sometimes, like, if you can't shake his head, you can keep your original, shake the head and then move it forward.
Yeah, exactly. So
Boom, and out, and keep it forward.
So when we're here, and it comes to
this is a lot more difficult for you. So, the grip that I'm about to show you is quite great for this. I'm not saying it has a solution for this that's real, DJ crew, and I'm not, but it's sort of my DJ, I'll show you that in a minute.
Not everybody.
So going back to the other grip, right? So whatever hand grip she wants, she can do this one or she can do the big grip, right? So what I like to do is I'm gonna lean this way. I get this arm really deep because I want her to control the elbow. The deal is if she like if I'm really far back and I'm not controlling this elbow like this no arm, I need to be physically really close to her so she physically can't bring her arm down. Right? So I want to be able to control this elbow, which is why I like to do a really nice like deep elbow grip. This arm, I'm coming up by her wrist, and I'm just sweeping forward with my arms. So then when I start leaning, I'm just using my arms to slowly get that pressure away, right? And it gives a tremendous amount of pressure on the shoulders, and it's like a bit of a twisting thing going on there. So it's almost like a marathon that you're applying to get that grip. So again, when she's really strong, Charlie, here.
I mean, I'm definitely stronger than Charlie, but some of the other things.
She has to be able to lift a boot later on. I want to mess her. So, so Charlie's strong as crap, right? He's really strong, or whoever you're going against, right? This is not a rush. I'm not trying to rush you with this armbar. I just lean my body out, like, he's having to carry my weight, and over time, I'm slowly applying constant pressure, and he's gonna fatigue, and then I come back to center. I don't need to finish from like here, because his arm is still kind of bent, his thumb is that way, so you can come back to center and then really run. So, again, whatever arm I'm dealing with, the arm that's closest to his head is gonna be the one that goes back to this.
And real quick, looks like you're starting on the bicep. We were talking about getting to the handle of that fulcrum, which is weaker.
Yes.
So,
So as I break, once I break the grip, then I move up to the arm. So, I come back this way, and as I'm coming down, I'm no longer using I'm not controlling my elbow anymore. I'm sliding up to control up here. 'Cause now I have him, like I still have the elbow pinch. He's not able to get away from me, so that's when I move up. So I don't keep this here forever. I just keep it here until I can break. If I sometimes if I'm fighting here, if he like turns his face at me really aggressively, and he's on his hip, but sometimes he can get his elbow through it. Not constantly. And I don't want to position anymore. So I like until I can break the grip, I like to keep this really tight together. I don't fall back unless I'm moving. So then I'm moving. And even if it's a problem, just get that pressure on the elbow or the wrist. Keep that center down. Okay. So that's just a grip portion of this. Keep it focused on my go ahead. Okay. So we're in arm around territory, right? Me personally, I really like the S grip because it makes my arms longer. Like if I'm here, it gives me like 3 or 4 inches shorter, right? I just like this for.
grip.
I feel strong.
grip.
I feel strong here. I do need to be careful with this grip because she can slop if I'm real strong, especially if I go down here and she like heels my hand down, like she can arm wrist slop me, so now she's like pushing my elbow stuff into her stomach, and then she starts flying here, so you need to be careful with that. Couple of skates that we're gonna do. First one is I want to try to get on top and be able to use gravity to my advantage, right? So if she's holding here and she's tight, right? My legs are 100% free. I can Don, I don't know if you're like right here, but I'm gonna swing that way.
You're good.
So what I'm gonna do is just gain momentum because like right now if I just try to sit up, like Sammy's gonna push me like out there with her leg raise. I'm not gonna be able to keep up, right? Just with my core body strength. But if I swing my legs up, it really gives me good leverage. Now I can stack. I'm putting gravity down, pushing in, and then as I'm pushing in, I start pulling, I try to get my elbow out. And at this point now I can use some more capacity. And you can use it to your advantage. So, and again, make sure you get the hit, like, you lose the arm, it's like, let's just say you lose. There are escapes with just the arm stuff if you don't have the grip. But always try to grab it. So, legs go here. Up. And now stacking her. And just be friendly with your partner. Just to try to keep her out. Literally pushing her down so that she can't push you. And then I start trying to pull my elbow through while I'm giving body pressure down. If she has my arm and I don't get the pressure down, I start trying to pull my arm up, I'm gonna get the arm up. She's gonna just get me from the bottom, right? So you have to be heavy while you're heavy. Try to pull your arm. Try to get your elbow clear. The moment your elbow's clear, you're basically, alright? And then you can, so, and then for the next step, come up, stack it, come through. This arm is still in the middle, so I can grab her leg, and I can come around the side. No. Cool. Let's work on that first one, and then we'll do different escape after. Cool. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Got it. Just start from the normal. I mean, you can do it from the back.
Well, especially for time to first. That's the
Alright, I want you to. So just hold the arm bar position. Then do the pass. Do the pass. So, don't just start. So, imagine your other arm's already. Like, keep your arm bar on. Yeah. No, you're gonna shoot me. So, just not that. So, pull that around. Now you can just pass it. Or walk around.
Here, you defend your arms, you attach them together, and now you gotta make that momentum. So you're gonna kick out, and then kick back, and go up. So, and really bring my knees towards your face. That's where I said really up. Yeah. Because if you take away my letters, because I wanna push you back.
Oh, that was gross. Why?
Hold on to your arm. Hold the arm all the way through. All the way. I don't want to do that. Your arm's going to be stuck all the way until the arm.
Right.
trying to do, you're trying to get up into your, so give me your arm. So, I'm not trying to push you down. I'm trying to knock him over.
Yeah, so once you're
So
here,
maybe you can-
I would switch to this. This is much safer. Yeah, because if I was gonna throw him, I would say,
And then I'm here, sort of body pressure, and then I can start.
yes, and now I'm rolling into my
So,
face.
so maybe you'll fall over to his shoulder. You're not gonna go back.
Look, I'll let you know what to do.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
You have to lean into it.
Yeah, you want to knock it over down to your
You can grip the back of your arm. Yep, so he needs to go on my leather, slowly take the arm out, and now just slide around that way.
You're when you're coming up, you need to start coming up and pushing back. And then you come up and now, so now yeah, you're putting taking body pressure, and then you start while you're doing body pressure, start pulling it back.
Go back one.
Yeah. So slowly start trying to inch through while you're doing body pressure. Then so and instead of doing the bar, you grab it like
No, yes, I think so. So this way I would have to right? Yeah, just physics. But it feels different here. So that's why you gotta go up.
in and out. Yeah, with that, yeah, you grab it, leg with that inside out. That's what you do.
You're not even grabbing anything. Right at it.
I'm pulling and I'm punching. Because if you stay curled up,
Cradle.
well, I can sit you up. But that's only if they stay tiny. A lot of times people won't, but I would. You try.
Body weight.
Yeah. So you're not tossing me as much as you think of moving us out of the way and you coming to the side.
Go back to the it depends on where your arms are. So you can
Now I want you to think of just moving, like just pull this through and bring it right. You're gonna sit up.
This is not any kind of point.
No, it's gonna be reaching up as you go around, but you're using this.
get on your knees and your pressure right here. Alright. And then once your elbow, like once you get your arm free, use this arm, just grab it.
Like this. I'm in a turtle position, which is actually taller.
Yep.
You don't want that.
And then you can go to a cradle there, you are.
Right. Because if you're throwing me to my knees, I'm like, oh my god, you know, get out of here.
So it's just that one, it's basically just that one. So I pull this through, I'm just here. I just drag through and out. If I have a grip, I can do it. Cradle, but you're big. You're tall, let's say you're tall. So yeah, the arm, because I'm defending like this, so then when I get my elbow out, I still have one arm in the middle. And I just basically the arm. Yeah, exactly. What?
Yeah, it's not.
if you're having a hard, yeah, I would say try to get him falling to his side, not coming straight back. Boom, grab the arm, and go.
Mark, can I borrow it?
Where we going?
Armbar position. It's like you're almost like doing two. So I'm gonna hide my arm. If Mark's sorry. That was so far. So it's like so small. I'm just like lay down.
You want to do the beats, or you can watch it.
And then you see how you can just cradle that there. Now you're like, all right, I can show you. Slowly pull that arm out. Now you're just gonna kind of pull this way, and you're gonna come around here and sit down. Yep. And now this is wrapped. Yeah.
And the second part, like, we're being nice to each other,
Yeah.
where I'm trying to peg you
Yeah.
pressure. Like, I want you to be up on the neck. The same thing, like knees or face. I want you to be very, very comfortable in where you're not.
And that's really one of those positions that we talk about in the class, where let's say you have a back or a neck sensitivity, I'll tap about your steps too high, and I'll just move my back too light. So when I'm rolling, my real roll is I don't want to stack it, but if I don't achieve that goal and they start to stack me to where I'm like, maybe it's kind of like break my back or my neck, I either throw my own legs out of the way and allow them to pass, or if I can't do that, then I'm just like, I can get that back off, sorry. And that way nobody has to do it. Exactly. Yeah, usually on average you can just get every pass. Which you can do like this up so much to get and then
Or you're just trying to get into the dark.
yeah. So
Well,
like
because there's
let's say Mark is like passing me, you go higher, and I'm just like, oh, this sucks so much, and I'm like, oh, I take your pass, take your pass. And I can do that with roll, so that we can keep running. But if I'm like, oh, I'm stuck, wow, that actually worked.
You gotta work on your swing. Can I offer a little advice? I always walk my legs up to the side I'm gonna swing to, and I'll bring them all the way up and try and get that plateau.
If I'm trying to let you pass, I'm letting you go to the side. So. Now. Let's say it's right here, arms, and I'm just like, oh, this is if I feel
There you go. I've already lost.
go on.
You see what I mean by coming here?
Yeah.
And almost
Like this ain't worth my back.
stack down like this and go. Open it up and come back.
With how you have my leg trapped, it's gonna be really hard. That's the advantage of the staff is you have to be careful of what you want. The early defense for a staff is if I can shoot my butt away, I can do it. But if I can't get used to that, then I'm getting
Any questions, guys? I know that that would be a little difficult, especially if the person is strong or really technically sound and they know how to keep your posture down and they know, like, hey, I don't want to get stabbed. So I want to show you another option where you stay on the back. So same position, got my arm bar, I got the same grips that I like. What I'm gonna do is I want to try to get her legs wider so that I can catch it in the middle of my feet. So what I'm gonna do is, she has tension here. I want to use my elbow. This is one of the reasons why I use this grip, because I have a little bit of leverage where I can get all the way to her elbow. Whereas I'm real tight here, like I can't get under stuff. So I'm gonna walk my body. So feet to feet, trying to get my feet closer to her feet. And sometimes you can just come up and grab, right? And then I'm opening her up while I'm also gonna push up here. And now I can, my body can be like coming up or what have you. Sometimes if I get here, I just turn my body and I try to start to get my elbow back. You don't always get on top with this version of it, right? So you can kind of feel a little bit here. So this is tight. I can't, she's gonna manage my grip if I can't sit up. So walk. If I need to use my elbow to kind of push into the middle of my legs like that, and then I'm opening up the space between my legs so she can no longer pinch my legs. And then I can use this elbow to start trying to peel my head out. And if I get my head out, now I can start moving my way up. Now I'm just like a top half control, or I can try to get my elbow out. It's a little bit of a game right there. It's not foolproof like the where you're gonna land afterwards. But the trick is here. I want to try to get here so then I can reach here. Especially if they're like really tall and they're really tight. Like if she's really under my armpit, I need to walk so then I can get here. So I open this up. Make sense? This one is a little bit better if you're just not even taking the momentum to get up into that stack. The stack one is my favorite because you basically go from a really bad spot all the way to the side. Not kind of letting you out of it. But sometimes it's difficult physically to get somebody to go that way if they're really losing control of their zone. So I'm scooping with my elbow. So this grip is, you can do it with this grip, but you can see my arm is longer. And I feel stronger, right? So, and you have a lot of mobility here. You get a little bit less mobility. Whichever one's more comfortable. If you feel more comfortable here, that's fine. And like I said, if you don't need to catch if you can catch their feet without hooking, you can totally do that as well. You don't have to hook, you're hooking just kind of
Are you crossing your leg and squeezing the foot so it doesn't come back out, or you just hold it?
So when I catch her ankle here, I'm just pinching. I'm not crossing my feet because I need to be able to kind of have a little bit of movement of like where I want to go. So yeah, you can. I never.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like he was saying, this position is one of those ones where there's so many variations depending on what I'm going to do. Right now, the way that he has my foot hooked is like super annoying.
I'm not
so
just
like,
like-
he's got me, he has my foot in there. But if I could like free my foot or I'm like fighting in there, he might temporarily, like he's probably going to move that around if he feels he needs to. But right now, because he's got my foot locked in there, I'm like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah, it's really difficult for her to get her to do that. And then while she's trying to make her thing that, trying to get my head out, I can start.
Everything's going wrong.
I could also come up here and like lay on her leg if I need to. Ooh, that was tough. I'm gonna just sit here for a second. Now the arm bar is just not like, even if she gets my arm, like she's not gonna be able to arm bar me easily here because now she has no control over her body. So I'm really just trying to free my body from the position. But yeah, I really like catching. It's almost like she has a hook on my leg, but she doesn't want to hook on my leg. I'm not. So, yeah. So try this out. See if you can get out my leg. Okay. One, two.
I do very quick space and then you got the hook and then how should we end up on top of the side control or how
So,
you want to end?
yeah, so you come up, you grab your foot, and you open up. I want you to try to clear your head and big thing is separating the legs, try to get your head free and getting the leg down between the legs. Sometimes you might not get on top. If you can just get your elbow free at that point, you can do so.
not moving, no.
What?
When the arm bar in.
So here, here, right? Oh, okay. Catch. Here.
job today. Feel free if anyone wants to stick around and work on anything. If not, bounce and go enjoy your Sunday. I love taking advantage of armbar. Like sometimes, I feel pretty confident in my armbar escape. So sometimes if somebody's like rushing the crap out of me, like we're inside control and mount it or something, you know, it's taken. And then I do like my best, you know, because I don't think that's necessarily the best guy. Have fun. Enjoy your pretzels. Thank you. It's not necessarily like good to like fake something like that, but at the same time, sometimes it's just like I can't get pressure anymore when I do that. It's gonna go first, like so. I'm trying to give people that armor and looking at here.
Yeah, but there's a guy, there's an American guy in Australia.
Okay.
She's so bossy.
Hey, Rika, and so, are you still doing armbar?
Yes.
Sometimes, if you feel the pressure on your face isn't that, do that first, and then do the leg thing. You don't have to do the leg thing
And
first.
then I have to do the other one.
Correct. You can go out of order for this as long as you get all the elements.
Okay.
See y'all later.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Good work today.
Bye, Mike.
So whichever side arm you're coming from, like you drop into his left shoulder. So you drop into that side, right? When I go, I'm dropping into that.
Okay, I keep.
So then when I come up,
So it's a walking set, okay.
yeah, so I'm trying to drop those towards my feet. Not so, because he's not gonna, I'm not gonna be able to go that way easily. And I'm not gonna be able to go straight backwards easily. We were just talking, yeah, we were just actually talking about that.
So good.
Sometimes you can, Sandy does it a little bit more correctly where she like hips around the faces out and really make sure that like that leg is good.
Yeah.
And then she starts coming up and then that inevitably pushes up straight back. But I want to try to push it to
It's weird. I'm not good enough at it where I can tell her where she's going wrong. So I'm like, I know this isn't right, but I can't help her fix it.
yeah, I mean it's all there, you're still coming up on top. It's just it's more efficient for you. It's less effort maybe giving the call for next time.
Like when you do arm bars.
Well, I have less chance to abandon it and switch to something else if she's going that way. Because if I find her looking at me, I'm not going to stage it.
Yeah, and also like I'm basically almost guaranteed to have it.
Yeah. And that's kind of the two places where I've had issues with, and then
And when I feel the face leg,
yeah.
the one, I'm like this, and I'm feeling, I'm not pushing right, well, I'm pushing actually.
Oh, you turn your head.
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to get less friction. This here, so that, because if I'm if he's there, I'm just gonna push his leg through, but I kind of get the leverage there, and I'm trying to get my arm over my head.
Okay. It's just trying
And then,
to
yeah,
figure out
this is
which
actually
way
a competition. So I'm like, if you keep my shoulder locked down and then you break my grip, you can start. Yeah. Yep. Right here. No, I just was kind of okay. You not so. But yeah, that's a good good reaction to it. Is catching that shoulder. If you still control that far shoulder, you can still not mark it.
Man, I had this whole conversation with Chris Brooks the other day. He's like, you blocked like 10 of my sweeps. That was awesome. I'm like, cool.
win.